Hey everybody, welcome back to Winter Wars 2015. I'm your host, Wolf Dota. If you've been with me for all 6 of the games I've been casting, and by 6 I mean 2 best of 3 series that have gone to Game 3, you guys are champions, and I thank you very much for the support and all that you've been showing. As well as if you feel free to chat and Twitch chat. Don't be shy there. I know Digital seems like a harsh guy, but he's actually pretty solid. Other than that, thanks to Dota Store Peru and LegionBattles.com for sponsoring the tournament. And don't forget to pick up the ticket. It's only $1.50 in the store if you want to go ahead and grab it. Joining me is a friend of mine, Looking East. He's going to be helping me out for this final game as I'm starting to struggle, going a little loopy. I just got to get him up on call here, and he'll say hi in a moment. Hey, how's it going?
Hello, hello.
So, we're into the draft already. Faceless Void and Bristleback banned out by Legion Gaming. Clockwork and Tide banned out by Souls of Victory. The Ogre was the first pick overall. Kind of an interesting choice. Razor and Witch Doctor coming out for Legion Gaming. So some interesting picks overall. Bristleback has been won both games he was in. Just as a side note, Void's been banned in them all. Clock won the last game, and Tide won the first game and lost the second. The little stats I can remember from the match so far. Razor was also in the first game and won. So we'll have to see how that goes. Any thoughts on the hero so far?
Well, as I've mentioned before in some of the other games, I'm a little nervous with the Ogre Magi pickup. He's not really doing that well this patch. He's got an abysmal win rate, but he's consistently getting picked over and over and over again. So we'll have to wait and see if those statistics hold true this game.
And for those of you wondering, Looking East is my stats guy, and at my bagging said he'd join me on the mic for today's game. So he pulls up all the mad numbers from Dota Buff. I'm sure he'll come up with some tidbits and whatnot throughout the game. But thanks to you. You can also follow him on Twitter at Looking East Dota. I believe, is that correct?
That is correct. Twitter at Looking East Dota. I don't really say much, just mostly when I'm casting with you. You caught me off guard this time. I didn't get a chance to say anything.
Don't even worry about it. I kind of just saw you online and was like, help. But either way, so Souls of Victory
Happy I
looking.
could be here.
Yeah. Souls of Victory looking for that next pickup. We'll have to see what it is. As far as what they've gone for before, I wouldn't be too surprised at all to see the Vengeful Spirit. Elder Titan was in the first game. That said, it did not win. What other support did they have in the first game? Ogre, no. What were their first game supports? For some reason, that was like 3 hours ago almost that they picked them. What was it?
Was it the you talking about the same teams playing?
Yeah. Are you? Do you have them pulled up? Can you refresh me?
I'm pulling them up right now.
Sounds good. They should be under the ticket. That's a first. That's the first time I've seen Mirana in a while. So they're gonna pick her up, and curious to see if that's gonna be run in the core position or in the support position. Ogre does have a little bit of a setup. You can't go for those long 4 or 5 second arrows, but you can get a decent 2 or 3 second arrow off of it. Enigma was banned out again now, or banned out this time. Was picked last time by Souls of Victory. They had a very greedy lineup and farmed very well with a Wraith King. But moving on through, Legion Gaming has got their third ban coming up here. Death Prophet's going to be the one banned out. And kind of just have to wait and see. Lycan's going to be the next ban. Go ahead.
No, I was going to let you know I managed to dig up one of the matches. It looks like it was the match that SOV won. They had the Wraith King and the Bristleback.
Yeah.
They had the Witch Doctor and Enigma
Witch
supports.
Doctor was the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. So,
and I'll point out that game LGG held the Ogre Magi and did actually lose yet again.
yeah. And I think the second game, Souls of Victory had the Ogre and lost. But they won on Radiant before, so we'll see if which trend is going to break. Radiant winning or the Ogre Magi losing. We'll see which one's going to go. But either way, OD, the final ban. So a hero I haven't seen picked in months and months and months and months. And that's in like personal games, pro games, semi-competitive games like this. I haven't seen OD at all. No idea where that came from.
Well, it makes you wonder if they're specifically looking for a pickup that they don't want the OD there to counter. You know, someone that needs their intelligence, that needs their mana, and doesn't need it zapped.
Yeah, or someone just with a low intelligence pool that gets nuked down. I mean, Abaddon doesn't care because he's got his aphotic shield to help with the damage coming out from Odie's ulti as well as the borrowed time with his ulti. Timbersaw is going to be the pickup SOV. They saw this played in the set earlier today, and it was a very impressive game coming up for the Timbersaw. He played quite well, to say the least. One interesting thing is I wonder if they're gonna run this as an Abaddon like core pocket strat, maybe. I know that sounds a little weird, but Abaddon in like core as like a core or in some of these push strats is pretty interesting. One thing people don't realize is Curse of Avernus, if you max it and hit a tower, everything attacking that tower gets plus 40 attack speed, so you can actually push really effectively with Abaddon once you get to structures. So it's a interesting little thing. I think the Lycan ban was a good call just in case they went for like a mass minion strat of some sort, trying to go for that kind of a thing. But either way, waiting to see what Legion are gonna go for next. They're gonna go for the Puck. So Puck, a hero I've seen played a handful of times and usually does fairly well. Gets the Blink Dagger eventually and can certainly help turn some fights around with a good orb. The phase shift, the coil, all that working pretty well.
You know, Puck's another one of those heroes I've been really surprised has an abysmal win rate this patch. He's actually, as of this patch on Dat Dota, has the
10 seconds to go.
has a 37% win rate.
Is that in all competitive games?
Yeah, that's across all ticketed matches from Dat Dota 6.83. That's 117 matches,
Hmm
44 wins, 73 losses.
What's his win rate in like? Can you sort by amateur, premium, professional?
Let me see.
If you can, I would like because I'm curious to see what it is in like the amateur and professional. Because I know in premium he is like just crapped on now. But enough of flaming the Puck pick. We're gonna take a look at the Tinker pick, which is arguably even stranger. So interesting choice there. Doom banned out by Legion Gaming, as well as the Spectre by Soul of Victory. The second time they banned that hero, and haven't seen Spectre played a lot at all. Maybe something they just don't like dealing with. But Spectre is a pretty good counter to the Tinker, and overall, I do like the Tinker pick. I know that sounds weird, but I've seen Tinkers started running in this, being run in the safe lane, and then they'll have their supports just stack the jungle, and they'll rotate through and just farm stacks for days, not worry about the ancients. So it's kind of interesting. Not your traditional carry, and leaving. I mean, you can still run them in the mid lane, and it's fine. You just go max rockets and laser now. But either way, Legion Gaming, their final pick. I wouldn't be surprised to see an anti-mage. I think that'd be all right, especially up against the Tinker. Blink onto him, burst him down, drain his mana, get him with the void. I mean, the mischance and the damage from the pure damage from the laser is kind of is pretty frustrating. But anti-mage is the hero, very good at closing the gap onto him, can beat him late, and also, other than the pure damage from laser, doesn't have to worry too much about the rocket spam as well as the march or Dagon if he goes that route. Another hero that's not bad is Phantom Assassin, so maybe see that. But you definitely need some sort of hero that can jump over the trees or through the trees and close the gap. Because Puck on his own, I don't think will be enough. He's gonna throw out his silence, and then Tinker's just gonna Dagon him. They're gonna go with the Brew though, so I guess a hero that
It's
does
a
pick up a
natural,
blink.
yeah, natural Blink Dagger pickup, exactly what you were talking about.
And Soul's Victory, they're gonna pick up the AM instead. That's actually not bad. I saw an AM today completely turn around a game, or almost turn around a game. It was very impressive. He'd been off by himself for a long time, and then came in kind of after they were already down to racks and they were losing their ancients. What 2v5? They turned it and wiped the other team twice. It was very impressive and very scary coming out for the team that was playing. Quick pause. Looks like a little bit of lag coming out. Hopefully it's not too bad. But can't fun. So we'll see how these guys do this game coming up.
So interestingly enough, since we did pick on those two heroes and their win rates this patch, I pulled them up together.
Mhm.
14 games together, or not on the same team. Ogre Magi against Puck, and the Puck just absolutely destroys the Ogre Magi, lowers his abysmal win rate even further down to 28%.
Interesting. That's I'm not too surprised. My worry for LGG here though is look at the lineup. They do not have they can't hold a candle to the late game of SOV.
No,
If
no, they cannot.
and we talked about the late game of Anti-Mage, and it's not even that he's got the late game. It's that he's also got the he gets there so quick, and
Yes, he forces the late game to happen.
mhm. One thing, just can you make sure that you're broadcasting in Dota TV as well with push to talk on.
Okay, now I am. My apologies.
Oh, I've got to mute my co-broadcaster now. Because
Yep.
I checked to make sure I had it on. It wasn't on. I hadn't heard you twice yet, so I was like, uh-oh. But either way, it looks like the game is gonna get unpaused, and we're gonna go underway. I'll handle SOV if you want to take the Dire afterwards. But we're gonna have Light playing the Mirana. The new stand-in Chineso is playing the Ogre Magi. The Tinker is gonna be handled by a Difer Clouds. I don't know what the 4 and the 9 stand for, but either way, Smock's going to be on the Anti-Mage, and last but certainly not least, Playson, he's going to be again in that offlane on the Timbersaw.
And pulling up our LGG from the Dire, we have X on the Lord of Avernus. We have Lord Dark on the Witch Doctor, MRV on the Brewmaster, the stand-in NTX on the Puck, and the YNO on the Razor.
And with that,
Looks
we've...
like they're
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, it looks like they're starting off moving as a group. No one was able to find anyone though,
Hello?
so they're heading to the lanes.
Sorry, I was just making sure my mic was broadcasting. I wasn't seeing the speech bubble pop up, so double checked it. Should be good to go though.
The game is on.
Yeah, so last time SOV was actually able to find first blood, impressively enough. They smoked through the jungle and able to pick off the Vengeful Spirit, but it just didn't end up mattering a whole lot. Tinker, he's gonna starts with a Null Talisman and some Pool Tangos, heading into that mid lane. I think this is a lineup he should do very well against. Brewmaster normally very good against Harass, but that's only right click Harass. Tinker's gonna be doing a lot of magical spam once he gets a couple levels up. And bottom
Exactly,
lane.
and I think you and I just watched this the other day. The Brewmaster going up against the Shadow Fiend with the Raise spam, and
Mhm.
it was just shredding him alive.
Yeah, they're actually going to rotate the Anti-Mage to go solo up against the Puck, and they're going to put the Timbersaw. They're switching their lanes up completely. And I saw this from SOV before. They were losing the laning phase in the first game very hard, and then made a full lane switch and were able to come back and had a very impressive game afterwards. It was very nice to see from them. And looks like they're not afraid to do it again. Timbersaw is going to be in the bottom lane, and the Mirana Ogre, they're going to go sit mid for a moment. They're looking for the arrow. A couple pings coming out from the Abaddon. Brewmaster's got to be careful. Still nothing coming out yet. Tinker's trying to bait it out. Mara's not going to throw it, though. And Timbersaw, he's kind of going to get sacked here a little bit, but that's okay. He's going to at least be able to get some levels, and in the end, we'll be able to catch up a little bit with some kills. Or Timbersaw with just levels is fine. Anti-Mage with just levels, not so great.
I feel like that's a pretty big mark of respect for a team that can completely change what they're doing and adapt on the fly. A team that doesn't get locked into a specific thing, but rather adapts to whatever needs to be done.
Mm-hmm. And both teams have actually done it. Both teams on the Radiant side, both games have completely switched up their laning phase after the first 2 or 3 minutes. It was...
It's like even already the supports from YNO's Razor. I mean, they've already rotated out. They're ganking mid. You know, they're heading top. It's they're trying to chase that Anti-Mage down as near as I can tell.
Yeah, and that's going to leave Timbersaw solo up against the Razor, and somehow he's actually a little higher in level. I guess it's because the supports were sitting there soaking some experience for a little bit, but Anti-Mage now starting to get some last hits, trying to get some CS going. Mirana's in the area, gonna send out an illusion around the corner. Maybe look to bait out some spells from the Puck. We'll look to see. Bro's there, actually. Gonna ping it out, Mirana. Oh, this is a little interesting. That's funny. I saw a Juggernaut earlier today bait out a Doom with an illusion. The Doom and the illusion walked into each other, and Juggernaut microed the illusion up a hill and around a corner, and Doom chased, blinked, doomed, and then the illusion popped. It was like, oh, not great. Fortunately, some lag coming out for our guys. And it's going to be another DC coming out from Smock, so a little bit unfortunate there, but as has been happening all night, he should be able to reconnect shortly.
So we were talking about the pushing ability of LGG and whether or not they're going to be able to do it in time. I am concerned for them in the sense that Tinker himself, March of the Machines, and Timbersaw with his Chakram are going to be able to shred creep waves very quickly. So not only is the Anti-Mage going to push and force the late game to come early, but I'm nervous. I'm wondering if they're going to have the pushing power between the split and the Curse of Avernus, if they're going to be able to actually push into towers without creeps.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty tough for them. And the other problem is, too, they're going to start pushing a lane, and I want to say SOV, they're going to have the Timbersaw, Moran, and Ogre just kind of throw spells at them from behind the tower and not really commit. Tinker's going to bots out. Oh, speaking of Tinker, him and the... Oh, they're not going to be able to get the kill. The Aphotic Shield just in time. Saving the Brewmaster from that one last right click. Oh, up top, arrow connects on the puck, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to go on him. I'm trying to spit out my point. The Tinker's just going to TP to a lane, and Anti-Mage is already going to be split pushing another one. They're just going to sack the towers and be able to trade. And then once the team has finally gotten to high ground, Tinker's just going to come back, spam March, Anti-Mage is going to keep pushing. And SOV should be able to do it fairly well. The only problem is if they commit to a fight and lose, then obviously that's going to be when they're going to run into the major problems. But as long as they're able
to look at that, the Anti-Mage already pushed out of the off lane and back to the safe lane. He and the Timbersaw just TP'd and both swapped, and immediately he's back to farming up against one hero.
Abaddon's sitting off in the wings, though. Maybe I don't think they can get a kill, but they can certainly try and zone him out. That said, I miss a solo kill mid. Looks like Tinker able to pick that up with a final rocket. Doesn't even look like Ogre helped him out at all. Tinker coming out ahead already, and especially now that he can't farm up the Ancients for a little bit of extra oomph, definitely something you want. And I'm a little bit worried due to how much Anti-Mage has been rotating. He's gonna run into some problems eventually. But Tinker's moving in the bottom lane. They've got a ward down. Razor's back here as well. Anti-Mage picks up his Ring of Health. And he might be in a little bit of trouble here. Going to eat the coconut, but that's about all they got for him. He's got a blink in 2 seconds. He should be fine. Not going to really be able to go. Takes a fair bit of damage and going to blink away. Ogre's got a tango for him. He should be okay. And in the mid lane, now Brewmaster's going to be in some trouble. Him and the Tinker. Nope, they're not just going to trade some more CS. Did you see what got the Mirana so low?
It was a fight. The Puck had met the Mirana at the Rune. Puck actually chased all the way down to the in between the tier 1 and 2, actually right here, and managed to evade the Timbersaw with a regen rune and head out.
Remember, you can draw on the map by holding control. I can see it. Oh, it looks like Tinker's going to be going down. He eats a Mist Coil, and the Aphotic Shield pops, and that brings him down. They trade back into the mid lane, 1-for-1, balancing out the score. Both mid laners going down. Anti-Mage again has rotated down. And I'm fine with one lane rotation, but at a certain point, it starts getting ridiculous. He needs to... They've spent 400 gold on TPs each. Like, this is starting to get absurd. And it doesn't really cost the sports on the other side a whole lot. They're just walking back and forth. Not really too worried about it. Getting pickoffs in between. Abaddon is going to rotate back through. Ogre's going to find him this time. Things come out. Abaddon's almost got his mana boots. As in, he's got the energy booster. Just needs the actual boots himself. Oh, Brewmaster dropped very low. Tinker also did. Abaddon's in the area. Getting pinged out. Stunned up. Tinker's rotating through. He's going to have a laser up in a mere moment. He gets off the Aphotic Shield. They're going to maybe try and pop that. Rockets are going to be up shortly. Abaddon gets the bounty rune. The shield goes down. They need the laser and the rockets. This should be an easy kill. Laser, rockets. Oh, doesn't kill him. He denies himself. What a play coming up from the Abaddon. Oh, now Witch Doctor in a little bit of trouble. Timbersaw has a stick, not going to throw it out. Might have been able to chain across the gap there and go for a kill, but so far it's not enough. It looks like Ogre on the backside is able to pick up a kill. Arrow connects onto the Razor. Now Timbersaw looking to maybe finish him off, but he's pretty tanky. Ogre and Puck now trading blows. Is Puck going to be able to pick up the kill? Has a Waning Rift and a Dream Coil. We'll see if he needs it. Nope. That one last click that the DD rune is going to be enough. And looks like they're going to settle out. Score 3-4. A 3 for 2 over the course of that one. And a Dream Coil comes out onto the Marana as well. That's going to be another death. Arrow flies through, not going to connect on anything. And Timbersaw is now in a little bit of trouble. Going to be able to bounce away. Anti-Mage, although finally getting a little bit of space. And pick up boots if he wants to. And as I say, that Puck shows up and is going to be like, hello. And I mean, still somehow with all these rotations near the top of the CS chart. And I guess that's because everybody in this game has just been rotating back and forth, back and forth.
Radiant's bottom tower ain't a pretty sight right now.
Tinker gonna throw out a laser. Has rockets too. Not gonna throw them out. Gotta be careful though. He's got to be able to burst that Brewmaster down almost instantly. Otherwise, he's got the split and can just walk away. Oh no, Tinker's now in a bit of a problem. Arrow's going to fly through. It's going to connect on the Abaddon. Nicely done. They're going to go for the rocket. They get the kill. Now they're going to look to turn this around on the supports of LGG, and they do. Brewmaster in a little bit of a situation here. Throws out the clap. Has a split if he wants it. Might look to go and use it on the Tinker. Wouldn't be terrible, but they're both going to back off. And Timbersaw's going to find an Invis rune in the bottom lane. Tinker's just going to keep bottle crowing. He's got 1,200 gold in the bank, waiting for that Boots of Travel. Not terrible timing for them yet. He's 3-2-1. So if he gets another pick off and a little bit of CS here, he'll have them fairly shortly. And anything under 10 minutes, I think, especially now that you can't farm the Ancients, is pretty good. I don't believe there's any stacks coming out for him. At least none yet. Nope, none there. None there. So we'll have to kind of wait and see how he accelerates his farm. If it's going to be through pushing the lanes, or if he's going to go into the jungle a little bit, or just keep trying to kill heroes. Anti-Mage, although he's in a little bit of trouble, doesn't blink away, saves it until Puck, after the orb away, blinks out, keeps his cool, doesn't break the tether, and it's going to stay alive. Tangoed up and probably just sit.
The nail on the head there is that he kept his cool. He waited until he could, and then finally blinked out.
I'm not sure the tether snap would have killed him, as it doesn't do. It only does 100 magic damage, and he had over 100 health, plus 3 points in spell shield. So he would have taken maybe 50 damage from it, probably less. But still, it's one of those things. The stun and 1 or 2 more, if Puck had guessed where he blinked, might have been enough.
And Anti-Mage turns it back around and gets the kill on the Puck in the top lane.
Oh, I missed that completely. You gotta yell, you gotta ping and say something. Unless you're all tabbed, in which case, that's
We
fine.
got a split going on in the middle, going on the Tinker. He's lands the stun and is chasing him down. He actually uses the Tornado, drops it with the Purge. No follow-up stun yet. It's off cooldown. He can't find it. Lands the stun, but the Marana's there to chase off the Brewmaster, and he has to leave.
Trouble brewing at Radiant's bottom tower.
How was your first play-by-play? You want to take the next 5-on-5?
Towers seen better days.
Sure. Yeah. I will. No promises, man.
Okay. It's all good.
As,
Oh.
long, as long as next game I can just go back to my numbers.
Sure. Thanks for coming in and giving me a break, though. That's well needed. But either way, that is a split down for nothing, and with that, Tinker's gonna feel a little bit safer now. He's 200 gold away, and Brewmaster now has to have his Witch Doctor sitting behind him just with the healing ward on. Otherwise, he's gonna get zoned out pretty hard. Laser, you can throw it out, and the rocket just to harass him back a little more. But he's got bottle charges and the Witch Doctor in the area, so it's not too big of a deal. Oh, Clap's actually getting out. The Coconut's going to follow. This might be a dead Tinker, and throws out a right-click back the other way, and Brewmaster barely living, actually. Ogre Magi rotates in. Marana does as well. She leaps forward, throws out the arrow, not going to connect. Nice split coming out. It was a good blind toss, though. And with that, we're going to rotate to the bottom lane. Timbersaw under a little bit of pressure. Puck's in the area, has a Dream Coil. They got to be a little bit careful. Razor's there as well. Of our anti-mage's just trying to catch up. Still not doing terrible as far as his Battle Fury timing. He's what is he? 1,000 gold out, and it's 11 minutes in. I mean, he's got no boots, and he rotated lanes like 3 times, but 3 or 4 times. So I would say that's not terrible, and it's gonna let him catch up even more. There's no one that's gonna farm even close to it, so it's like as long as he gets it, eventually he'll be fine. Brewmaster's got a Blink Dagger picked up. Looks like he finished off some creeps in the jungle and heading back out. Tinker has his bots as well. Level 9, picks up his bots at just about 12 minutes. And Ogre actually going to get caught out. Arrow's going to connect with the Razor. Timbersaw's in the area. It doesn't matter. Ogre goes down. Razor taking a lot of damage. Timbersaw spells on cooldown. Can't do anything. Razor pops a salve and his bottle. Tinker, I can hear him rotating in. Now the Timbersaw trying to rotate out. Unfortunately, not going to make it out. The Witch Doctor manages to get him just in time. Tinker throws out a set of rockets, and that's actually going to make it a 2-0. Rockets going out, do finish off the Razor. Anti-Mage rotates in, gets a kill. Now he's going to turn on the puck. They make it a 3-3. Nice rotation for the Anti-Mage and the Tinker. Able to save their fellow core and their supports. Brewmaster was trying to get there, but unfortunately too far away. And a good rotation for the Anti-Mage, and that puts him very close to that Battle Fury. As well as Tinker, that's something you definitely want. Right after you pick up your bots, get a couple kills and instantly pick up that Soul Ring. Really going to help him as far as keeping these lanes pushed out.
So I want to go ahead and point out that in dealing with the lane switching earlier, the money spent on the teleport scrolls and all that, even with all that, even before his Battle Fury, Anti-Mage is still nearly topping the net worth charts. He's only behind his teammate, the Tinker, who picked up his Soul Ring boost of travel. So it seems to be paying out for him that they managed to stay disciplined and stay away from the harass where he knew he could get last hits.
So good laning choices, and whoever the captain is on SOV, I'm not too sure who it is. I know I think the drafter is Difer, but I think the captain might be the oh, I was gonna say the Marana. Lord Dark, he's gonna get caught out here, stunned up, hit with the ignite. Timbersaw rotates through as well. I hear the Tinker coming in. Timbersaw goes through, gets off a nice whirling death and a chain. Ogre's going to go down to the puck. Lich Doctor is finished off. There goes their sustain. Puck now taking a lot of damage. Starfall is going to connect. Arrow is going to fly through. It connects as well. Beautiful shot coming out from Light. Nicely played by him.
All I have to say is that's why you don't go running through trees away from a Timbersaw.
Yeah, it's not great. Timbersaw is going to chain away and stab up, so he should be all right. Battle Fury acquired now for the Anti-Mage at 14 minutes flat, and unfortunately he can't really farm with it right now as he's got to back off, but he's going to go find a haste rune, so I'll let him move around. And now he can kind of go camp out in the jungle. They can get some defensive wards down, and he can start trying to split push up. Oh, he's actually going to find the Witch Doctor. He's got a haste rune. He could go on that if he wants to. I don't think you dive the tower now, but maybe if he'd... he wasn't sure where the rest of the team was, so didn't want to risk it. Not a lot you can... Can't really fault the guy for that.
So the AMH picking up the Battle Fury in 14 minutes just nestled him right into the average time of between 10 and 15 minutes. So it certainly isn't a bad time. Definitely not a record set or anything, but certainly not bad either.
No, yeah, and I'm assuming that's not a naked Battle Fury though, like literally a naked Battle Fury.
It doesn't count boots and it doesn't count other minor items, but as a first major item is what the data it's pulling from.
Yeah, so I mean, at least he's got it now at 14 minutes, but he's just going to be farming a little slow. Oh, that's not a blink you want to do. Brewmaster's right there. Bottom lane, though, it's going to be Razor getting chased down. Marana's there, throws out an arrow. That's going to connect. He still has a TP. If he wants to throw it out, he can try it. Not going to matter. Tinker's there with the extra damage. Abaddon not able to get in range for the Nephotic Shield. And so far, this Marana pick is, I'm a little impressed by it. They've been able to get a lot of kills with it. She's 1, 3, and 7. So been a part of 3/4 of the kills. And as a support, sub-level 6, like I'd say that's pretty good. They're doing a good job rotating around and helping her teammate where she needs to. And Anti-Mage now going to get buffed up by that Ogre Magi and continue just trying to farm away. Tinker, and this is one thing that the Tinker, well, Anti-Mage was kind of shut down. Tinker's been doing a very good job, and as you can see, able to force the Brewmaster out of a lane very easily, and then just continue to farm it up. Arrow flies through. Is that going to connect? Oh, it's just going to miss. Brewmaster blinks up, and is he going Ags? Nope, mana boots. Oh, either way. Oh, up on the top lane, Puck and Anti-Mage, they're going to run into each other. We'll see which one of them wants to go for which. Anti-Mage, yeah, Puck didn't blink, trying to juke it out. Oh, now he blinks out. And Anti-Mage unable to follow. Looks like they smoked up, maybe underneath Dire Vision. I didn't get a chance to see where. If they popped it on that high ground, they should be fine. Puck gonna get gone on again. Mana's all been drained. Mirana and Ogre rotating through. There's a support coming out. Arrow, it's gonna connect with the Brewmaster. That's a 5-second stun. Are they gonna go? They're not. Too far away. Puck does blink very aggressively though. Throws out the silence, and Ogre's just gonna waddle away. Clap, crit comes out. The stun as well. Nice multicast coming out, and Moonlight Shadow's gonna help them out. They're gonna be able to walk away from that. Split is off cooldown. You can throw it out if need be. Puck, I don't think you can get this Anti-Mage. And he's going to try and do something cheeky. One hit, blinks away. Oh, now we're getting followed, though. Speaking of getting followed, Timbersaw getting chased down in the bottom lane. Tinker's rotating in. Going to start spamming out the March, I assume. Going to keep bottling up. And actually bottles up the... Oh, no, they're going to be okay. Not going to go. Razor doesn't want to chase through the March. That's not something you want to do. Eats a rocket as well. And Tinker's just going to rearm in the corner there. And throw out another set if he needs to. Going to break that, and that hurts the Witch Doctor. Hurts the Witch Doctor a lot. Abaddon's off to the side. Emerson just kind of chilling. Not sure what Anti-Mage is doing out here, though. Not farming. Bottom lane, Timbersaw, Mirana, they're looking to go. Mirana has thrown with the arrow. Unfortunately, it didn't land. And looks like they're going to call it there. Brew manages to get the arrow. Tinker procs the Abaddon's borrowed time. He's got 2,100 gold in the bank as well, so he's almost got his Blink Dagger. At which point, that's when Tinker gets really scary. Anti-Mage almost dead up in the top lane, too.
You know, you said it. The Tinker's about to come online and be scary. The Anti-Mage has gotten his Battle Fury and his farming.
Oh!
It's...
There goes Puck!
There used to be a Puck there.
Yep.
I remember that.
I just kind of had my camera in the right place at the right time. Anti-Mage blink, hit once, and then... gone. So, Tinker, farming aggressive. Go ahead.
No, just as I was trying to say was the the lineups that we predicted said that LGG needed to be pushing this early, that they really didn't have the team to take it late, and at 20 minutes in now, 19 minutes in, we're not seeing that. We're seeing them trading kills, sure, and they're keeping up with kills, but they're not shutting down this Anti-Mage, and they're not pushing down towers over and over again. There's actually only one tower down so far on the side of SOV. Looks like a second's incoming, but
we'll see here.
I'm just not seeing this quick gameplay that you'd expect to see from a team that's in a hurry to win.
And some very flashy plays coming out from the Tinker. He's able to get himself out of there, heads back to base, gonna rearm and come back in. Maybe we'll look to see. He delays the push. Now Ogre Magi's rotating in as well. Tinker's coming in. He blinks forward, gets off a nice rocket, connects onto 2. Witch Doctor is gonna drop the ward. Unfortunately, they have nothing to stop this, and the Tinker and the... Oh no! The Coconut of Destiny comes through. It gets trapped between the Timbersaw and the Tinker, and that's going to result in a 3-for-0, a double kill for the Razor. Arrow's going to fly through. Doesn't matter, though. And Lord Dark, man, he is the Coconut Lord. Meanwhile, at least Anti-Mage has doing Anti-Mage things. He's up top, split pushing, and forces rotation out. Takes down the tier 1 as well. Does some damage to the tier 2. So they get a trade, but they lose 3. Kills even out from that. And, oh, Arrow flying through, not going to connect. Puck picks up a... You know what? They sense that. Look at... How often does Puck go Necrobook? Like, that's got to be an uncommon thing. There's something to sink your teeth into. Anti-Mage taking a lot of damage here. Gonna actually trade with the Puck. Gets the kill. Nicely done. And Anti-Mage picking up another solo. Let's see how this goes. But either way, Timbersaw is doing okay. As far as net worth goes, Anti-Mage is now decently far in front after a rather poor start. And Tinker, he's still up there as well. Not quite as head as he was at one point, but doing all right. looking for that first point in his Dagon as well. And now that he's got the Blink Dagger, going to be coming up next. You find the stats?
So to give you the answer, Puck on record dealing with 2,390 games that Puck goes Blink Dagger as opposed to 55 games that he goes Necronomicon. That said, the average time is 28 minutes for the Puck to pick it up, so it's actually kind of rushing this one. He got it up and going rather quickly, 8 minutes ahead of the average.
This Puck does have a Blink and a Necro, though. That just ruined you a little bit there? Okay, sorry. Apologize.
No, I mean, to me, that's even more impressive. It certainly wasn't talking about him rushing at first item, but when you look at the average build time being 28 minutes and you're getting it in 20, you're showing the priority that you need for that.
Hold the phone as Andy Mage and Tinker. They're going up on the Razor top. Andy Mage blinks forward. They needs to get the Mana Void off. One more Rocket from Tinker. They're going to finish off the Razor. Oh, the Coconut comes through. That's going to be doing a lot of damage. Tinker's going to be in a sad place. He's probably going to drop. There it is, the negative earn. Witch Doctor gets the kill, but Timbersaw comes back and they're able to turn it around. Andy Mage still there. Blink Clap comes out. Andy Mage needs to burn the Brewmaster's mana. No, he's just going to blink away. Doesn't want to deal with it. They're hoping the Timbersaw can get out. Unfortunately, he can't. Another crit comes out from the Brew. That Haste Room doing some serious work. Andy Mage is now back, and they're chasing down. Oh, multicast. The Aphotic Shield comes off. Needs to burn some more mana. He does it. They managed to burn enough and bring him down. Brewmaster does drop on the backside. Puck cleans up the Ogre Magi. He's open forward. Andy Mage still standing strong. The Borrowed Time procced on the Abaddon. Throws out the shield. He's dropping, though. Marana throws out a Starfall, and they're able to get the kill. Andy Mage still standing strong throughout all that. The real winner there, even though the fight was a 3-for-4. Puck trying to get away and realizes she does not want to fight with that Andy Mage. Gonna back off. Picks up her Necro 2. And a Blind Arrow going through, gonna find nothing.
23 minutes in, that's insane.
Puck's doing very well for herself. She is the highest farmed on the Dire, which, I mean, that's good, but that's not great, because it's rather unfortunate. Oh, aggressive blink forward, orb already used, silence thrown out. Enemy doesn't seem to care. And once he's got his Mantisile, this Puck's going to have a rough day. Which, speaking of Mantisile, he's only the recipe out, so it's 900 gold. The support Marana picks up a set of drums, so a little bit more of everything for her. Drums is such a good item that way. Just like a little bit of everything. Those using the charges to help out the allies in a bigger engagement. And Anti-Mage with this actually maxing Bloodlust on Ogre, doing a very good job of farming here. Oh, blinks forward, gonna go. Unfortunately, goes into 3 of them. Orb comes out, he dodges it, and he's trying to rotate back through. Silences before he can get it off. Gonna eat some of the Witch Doctor's ulti. Coil, he breaks it, gonna blink away. He should be fine now. That said, Puck's still chasing. Brewmaster pops his split. It didn't see for what, unfortunately. Looks like it's the Tinker. And Image still alive on the backside. Lift comes out onto the Tinker. They're gonna purge it. The rock comes out, actually called Boulder. Best name spell in the game. Coconut comes through, but he's invis. The Moonlight Shadow is gonna be able to save him. His Blink Dagger is up. They can look to find him. Puck unfortunately misses with the Blind Waiting Rift, and Tinker's gonna make it out of there. Moonlight Shadow too strong. Sentries and Dust too expensive. Whatever you want to say. Either way, they make it out, and they're gonna be pretty happy with that. Anti-Mage has his Manta Style coming out, and a Salve, and my co-caster has a stat he wants to shout out or something.
No, I was just gonna call you out on the sentries and dust. Is that they actually already have 4 sentries down on the map where they've been using them to gank. They actually killed the Tinker earlier with this one, and they just dropped it too soon. When they actually went to need it, it wasn't there anymore.
Fair enough. That is the arrow almost have it on puckered his butt there. Tried to get a little bit thinner. Dodge that one. But that's the downside of sentry boards. Is there a finite area but lasts for a really long time? Whereas Dust, short duration but follows the person, so kind of a catch-22. Tinker's actually going to go on the Razor, I think. I'm not sure who's going on who. He throws out the mischance, and that's the only thing going to keep him alive. They're actually going to get the return kill. That laser mischance too strong. Timbersaw helping out his buddy. Excellent rotation by him.
200 damage stolen, 50 health.
Yeah. That Razor's going to be a little bit sad, but now it's a Timbersaw who's in a little bit of trouble. Oh, silence during the Timber Chain. It's only stuns that will stop a Timber Chain. That said, Puck comes through. Necro units popped, and they're going to look to do... Oh, and holy crap, they do a lot of damage. Ogre Magi, he's going to go down. He's going to be sad. Tinker's rotated back in. Puck does drop, though. Now maybe Abaddon not gonna eat any sort of damage. They're all gonna back off now. The Necro units, where did they go? They're gonna might get cleaned up, maybe not. Doesn't look like it. Tinker has rotated to the bottom lane. He's now got his Dagon as well. So still farming away. Brewmaster goes for it. Gonna try and get a kill on him. Tinker juking through the trees. He's got his Blink Dagger up. He's away. And it looks like he's gonna be alright. Rearms, and he's gonna be TPing out as we speak. Up in the top lane, though, they find the Abaddon and they bring him down. Not sure if his ulti was used there or already on cooldown, but either way.
No, it actually, his ult triggered, and then the Anti-Mage even almost messed up. He popped the Mana Void right as the ult triggered and fully healed the Abaddon. But as the Abaddon tried to TP away, the Mirana showed up with a short-range arrow just to interrupt him and bring him down.
Gotcha. So more excellent rotations coming up from SOV. These guys have been playing well in pretty coordinated Dota overall. Lots of rotations and stuff like that. Remaining cool under some rather stressful situations. This is not a lower bracket game. This is an upper bracket game, so the loser does still have a chance to move on, but the winner just stays up in the upper bracket that little bit longer. Brewmaster's going to find Anti-Mage. Not sure if he wants to go yet, though. He does. Blink, clap, and then Anti-Mage blinks away before the clap even fires. And he's going to be all right. And Anti-Mage picks up a Vlad, so going for that full split push build. Just going to completely look to never take a fight. Speaking of split push, Timbersaw, he's up top. Kind of punching a tower, I guess. I don't know. He's doing things to the tower. It doesn't look very dangerous, though. Some marches are going to start coming out from the Tinker. He's going to defend their mid-tower. Arrow's going to fly out. Nope. Almost clips the Brew. Not going to matter. And Tinker's just going to keep the spam up. And this is going to really hurt the pushing potential. Where's Anti-Mage? I heard him blinking around. He's up, going on the puck, silenced up. He manches out of it, and they're going to back off. Brewmaster pops a split. They pop some dust, and they're going to bring down the Ogre. Anti-Mage's illusion's doing a lot of damage to the puck. Puck throws out the phase shift, and does he have a blink? He should. Anti-Mage gets lifted right before he can get the Mana Void off. Now he's going to have to blink away. But they're just buying time for his teams to show up. He's going to get drained. No stuns coming onto him, though. Now he gets the blink off. Good plays from him. Tinker still in the area, out of mana, though. Can't look to go. Forcing everybody to run through the march. If that Necro unit dies in the march, Tinker's going to die. Looks like the Necro unit's going to drop to Timbersaw or the tower. Not sure. Tinker going to survive the Urn charge as well. Anti-Mage still in the fight. Looking for a Mana Void on somebody. Can't get it off. He's silenced. Arrow's going to connect on the Brew, and that's a nice arrow. Come on, get a Mana Void off on somebody. He gets a big one off. Double kill. Almost brings down the Abaddon. Brewmaster's going to fall as well. That's a triple kill and a godlike streak now for the Anti-Mage. Smock playing very well. Dodging, juking, jiving, and disconnecting all over the place. Yeah.
Out of all of that fight, I am most impressed with the fact that there was a period where no one took damage long enough that the fight recap showed up in the middle of the fight.
That was like
I mean, I got to give it to the Anti-Mage. He certainly knew how to dance around and avoid the damage, and then learn how to. I'm sorry, not learn, but then rather show up at the right time to start dealing it back out.
Looks like Tinker wasn't ready to unpause, but Mirana's DC'd, it seems. They haven't. Okay, she's heading into the well now. She seems to be back. Maybe looked away for a moment, but either way, Anti-Mage comes out very far ahead. I didn't get a chance to look at the fight recap. Did you? Was it impressive? I'm sure it was.
Yeah, it showed I mean, it showed exactly what you'd expect. It showed a 5-for-1 fight in the favor of SOV.
Yeah.
The Anti-Mage just blew away with his double kill and
Triple.
all the gold. Oh, did he net the triple?
He did. He did in the end. He's now got a basher as well, so if he blinks, gets a first hit bash on the puck, it might be all she wrote for him. Oh, what a guy. Leaves the bounty rune. Oh, no, never mind. He's going to go get it. I thought he was leaving it for the Ogre, but hear that noise. Tinker pushing out the top lane pretty effectively. Has a Ghost Scepter and a Dagon too now. So the Ghost Scepter dually effective here. Can dodge a lot of the Brewmaster damage, as well as the damage from the Razor. Eye the Storm physical, and then just his right clicks in general. As well as the Witch Doctor ulti, so not going to have to worry about taking that kind of damage. And all in all, I think really good pickup. Obviously working towards that E-Blade, so really light people up, but I think this is SOV. They're starting to pull ahead with this one. I checked out the net worth graphs a little bit earlier, and it was very impressive in their favor. Arrow's going to connect on the Witch Doctor. Nicely done. They send in an Anti-Mage Illusion, and they're going to burn a couple spells on it. Maybe the Coconut gets used. Timbersaw goes through, gets off a Whirling Death. Unfortunately, not doing a whole lot of damage. Dust comes out. Marana leaps away. Timbersaw still revealed, and the Anti-Mage Illusion still harassing, as annoying as that is. A whole lot of nothing happened there. That's it. Anti-Mage, she's farming creeps. What is he doing there? Manta Style and cooldown. The Coconut comes out, but it doesn't do a whole lot. Anti-Mage now eating. It doesn't matter. He's going to blink away. He's going to be alright. The Maledict not going to do hardly any damage to him. And he's just going to continue farming away.
It's the life of a core, man. You've got to find the farm even when the team's fighting.
Yeah, it was just funny. He had his illusions in there, but he's just off to the side farming a large creep cap. Ooh, Puck just used his blink silence, but they're not going to go. Bloodlust comes out on the AM. He spawns some illusions. He's going to send one in. Might go the other one back. Maybe this time they look to go, but they're going to figure that one out pretty quick. Trying to juke out some spells, but so far it's not happening. In case any of you are wondering, the Dire did not see the Anti-Mage throughout all that. He was outside of their vision. Oh, I hear an arrow. It connects with something. It was a creep. And Brewmaster with an aggressive blink forward. Marana now maybe in a little bit of trouble. Has a leap if she needs it. Anti-Mage now split pushing top. Puck's there, though. The Rocket's going to come out as well. Laser, not yet. And Anti-Mage, he's going to be able to get this. Pops the illusions. Oh, ends up on the wrong side. Never mind. No, Puck. Right, oh, my goodness. That is, like, the ultimate in unluck. I don't know if that's not a word. That bad luck. That's what I was looking for. Sorry, I'm tired.
That is one fail that repays another.
Yeah. A little bit unfortunate there. Tinker now split pushing bottom, and I imagine at this point, this is when you start getting frustrated if you're LGG. You have a decent team fight, but when's the last time there was a team fight? There's a lot of broken back and forth, running around, kiting, blinking in and out, engagements, but no full 5-on-5 man fights.
No, yeah, exactly. There's a lot of this Anti-Mage doing everything in his power to avoid a team fight and only show up to clean up anything that might be there to clean up.
Mm-hmm. And Timbersaw's got a Blink Dagger now, so if he wasn't mobile enough with just the chain, he can also blink away. Like, Blink, Whirling Death, Double Chakram, and a Timber Chain is a lot of damage just out of nowhere. So, might not be too surprised to see that happen, but there's also this Tinker who's just been split pushing around. That's it, Anti-Mage is going to get caught. Manta Style, he's going to pop it, and he's going to be away. Marana throws out an arrow. Unfortunately, Abaddon looks like he's going to be okay. He's going to pop his ulti. He full heals up off it. Timbersaw is going to go out. Puck dropping very low. We might see a Mana Void. Nope, not yet. Oh, Puck. There it is, the Blink Dagger. Timbersaw looking to go. Throws out a Chakram. Doesn't connect, unfortunately. Rockets only connect on the Witch Doctor and the Abaddon. Tinker, what's he doing up on the high ground, though? He's going to blink away. And he's got his Dagon 3 ready, but I didn't use it there. And so he's just going to head back to the bottom lane, maybe push that out a little more, and keep forcing engagements. That said, Abaddon, oh my goodness. I didn't see it until it was a little bit too late. Anime just got a big Mana Void off, though. The Puck and the Witch Doctor both dropped. Double kill for him. Oh, arrows, not going to connect. Very close. Jeez, that was a lot of damage from that Mana Void. And now they're going to let it go. Anime just walks up high ground. He doesn't even seem worried. He's going to Manta Style and blink out of the tether. Or not the tether, sorry, the static link. And Brewmaster goes in with the clap. Stuns him. Not sure what that stun was. Do you have a... Oh, Brewmaster picked up a basher.
Yeah, he's actually had that one for a little while now.
I haven't clicked on the brew in a while. Arrow on cooldown for the next little bit, but they're looking to go. Rana blinks away, or leaps away. And they're just so hard to deal with. Everybody but the Ogre has a blink, leap, or a chain. Or, like, built-in, or a blink dagger. It's only Mr. Tubby on the Ogre is the only one who can't just get away like that. But the tough part is the Marana and the Anti-Mage Timbersaw. They can all get away through damage as long as it's not a stun. Oh, Puck might be in a little bit of trouble here. Gonna look to go through. Timbersaw throws out a Chakram, and Puck's gonna be able to blink away, not doing damage instantly. Gonna make it out of there. Anti-Mage picks up a heart. Jeez. Oh, they weren't able to kill him before, and they're not going to be able to kill him now. He's pretty much whatever he wants to do. Sounds like Marana hit an arrow, but doesn't matter. Purged off.
I feel like his build is actually just reiterating your point that he's trying everything to avoid fights, or I think he would have picked up the MKB at some point to take on the Brewmaster and the Brewmaster Drunken Haze. So
Yeah.
without that, I mean, he's certainly building in a way that he's saying, you're not going to touch me. I'm going to go where I want. I'm going to push what lane I want, and there's nothing you can do about it.
One thing too is they don't even really need him to right-click the Brewmaster. Oh, that said, the stun comes out, and now it looks like they're going to be able to get the Tinker. The Coconut follows up, and I think this is going to be a dead Tinker. Animage rotates through, but that's not going to be enough. No one else is in the area. He's going to send in some illusions just to try and harass. But what I was, my point was, is between the Tinker with the Dagon, the missiles, and the laser, and Mirana with the arrow and the Starfall, and then Timbersaw with all his pure damage. They don't even need right clicks to kill the Brew. It doesn't matter if Animage is right clicking him. If he gets clipped by a decent Mana Void as well, it's like, oh well. You know, it just doesn't. They're not being forced to man fight, so Anti-Mage, like, because of how much magic damage can come out. And I didn't even mention the Ogre Magi. I mean, he went max Bloodlust for the Anti-Mage, but either way. Puck now in a little bit of trouble, maybe. We're just going to blink after. Not going to find her. And Timbersaw's going to rotate bottom. Throw to Chakram. What's he got? Surely he's got something on the Crow. Doesn't look like it. Strange. I imagine Anti-Mage is probably going to save up, finish his Abyssal pretty quick here. Maybe then go for bots afterwards, whatever he wants to first. Kind of whichever he feels. Just continue to farm aggressively and push through the jungle. Meanwhile, Razor, holding hands with the Abaddon, did pick up a Talisman of Evasion, so maybe MKB will be on the way. I'm not sure. I guess you drop the Vlads for that. It's not the biggest deal. You could have maybe the Ogre pick one up or the Moran or something like that. Speaking of Ogre, he died somewhere. I didn't see where. Looks like Puck was able to get a solo kill with the Necro units. Anti-Mage gonna blink after. No, just blink into farm. Either way. Puck now rotating in. Maybe go to go on the Timbersaw. Not quite. Timbersaw does have his bots up and running, though. He can get away as he feels. And Smock is going to be alright. He's got 2,300 gold. Whatever he wants to go for next.
So for the first time in this 40-minute game, we have people starting to ping out the Roshan. Looks like they're expressing a little interest. They might want to do it.
That is one thing I've noticed is that neither team seems too interested in Roshan in any of the games I've casted today. I've seen lineups with like Bristleback Venge that got 4 kills and then just kind of wandered around and didn't go into the Roche pit, and I was like, yeah. I don't know. Drove me nuts.
Well, in this case, it seems pretty straightforward.
Oh, there used to be a yeah, rip. Sorry, carry on.
Wow. No, it's just as I was saying, it seems to be one of those cases where SOV, they don't want to take a team fight, so of course they're not going to try and Roshan where you're going to be drawing in the team fight. And LGG, I think, would be scared to get initiated on with the Timbersaw coming in. You know,
Looping through the March.
They can almost guarantee a hit in such a small area. The March coming in, yeah, it'd be quite a fight to be bundling yourself up, knowing that they're coming to take the fight against you.
And we say that they don't want a team fight, but we see them pushing towers very aggressively, even as a group. But then that's them realizing they don't have to team fight. Anti-Mage realizing that he probably needs to go for the MKB, sells the Vlads, finishes the Abyssal, and is gonna just keep going with that. So he can now easily kill the Puck, blink Abyssal and Manta style, and it's gonna be an easy one. Ron's gonna help him Roshan, and I guess for now he's gonna fill that slot with the Aegis. And this is probably where they look to take a team fight finally. And I don't think they'll have much to deal with him. Just look at how fast he attacks. Jeez. How's Tinker doing? He finished his Dagon. Dagon's still level 3. He's almost got his E-Blade, though. Only 200 gold away from it. And at which point, it's going to be pretty scary. Going forward, he's not going to go for the Abyssal Blade. No point on the Abaddon. He'll just survive anyway.
He might have been looking for that miraculous first hit bash, and if he created some space, let his team follow up and get something done.
The problem was he couldn't Abyssal Blade the Brew because the Abaddon would have just purged it, and he can't go on the Abaddon because then he'll just borrow time. So it's like, oh, that Coconut though. I was going to fly through. Is it going to connect? Nope, just hits a creep. And Puck's trying to split push, but Tinker's just down here, and That's the nice thing about having a Tinker that's this farmed and playing well like this is you can split push as 4, but you're actually pushing as 5, even if Tinker's just trying to keep another lane from pushed in or preventing somebody from split pushing. Ron's just fishing for these long-range arrows. If they get one, they're going to go in. If it's on the Abaddon, it's even better. They can, while he's stunned, go in on a different hero and quickly bring him down. Enemy blinks forward and going for the Abaddon, trying to burst him down. Force-staffs him out of the base. Somebody, I'm not sure who that was. Looks like he was trying to pop his borrowed time, but unable to do so. Up top, it looks like Tinker's going up against the puck. And gonna rearm. Unfortunately, I'm not sure why he did that. Timbersaw's now there, though. Meanwhile, Animage gets a kill on the Witch Doctor, and I'm gonna sit back the other way. Animage dropping fairly low. Still alive. Puck and Timbersaw juking and jiving. Timbersaw's got a chalk him to throat. Oh, blinks up just a little bit too late. And Puck able to get the kill on the Tinker. Not sure what finished him off, though. Interesting nonetheless. And Animage with that heart, even though he was pretty low, doesn't have to worry about it too much. Arrow's going to go through. Connects on the Razor. Animage not looking for the puck. Abyssal Blade's still in cooldown. Can't quite go yet. Once that first hit bash, not going to find it. And Puck, goes forward, gets the silence off on the AM, and not going to back off. Arrow connects on the Abaddon. Animage probably going to go, actually just sending illusions. Actually blink Abyssal Blades the Puck. Puck gets purged by the Aphotic Shield, and now Abaddon, he's going to get his Borrow Time proc. So that's at least on cooldown. Now they can look to go. Coconut's coming through, and man, is that thing frustrating. They just keep pushing out this mid lane. They can't lock down this anti-mage. They just don't have enough to deal with him. And Arrow, not going to connect. Animage will eventually get these towers and these racks. There's just nothing they can do about it. Brewmaster looks to go in. Coconut's coming through. And he pops the split. Animage still has the Aegis for a while yet. Mantisile comes out. He blinks away. Not even going to be able to get it. That said, he's finishing off the Necrobook that was doing a lot of damage to the Tinker. Tinker breaks the coil. He's going to have to head back home, heal up. And that's your split down. Glyph is on cooldown. Oh, big Mana Void comes out. And he picks up the kill on the puck. The Abaddon goes down as well. Quickly, 2 fallen. Anti-Mage, Aegis pop. Now looking to finish off the Razor. He blinks forward, looking for the Witch Doctor. Needs 1 hit for sure. 2, 1, Timbersaw gets the kill. Now, Razor, BKB still up. Anti-Mage blink Abyssal onto the Brew, and that's going to be it. Unfortunately, Razor, not a lot he can do. Dagon comes up from the Tinker, and that's going to be GG. And an impressive Game 2 victory coming up for SOV. Very controlled. And after a bit of a shaky early game, lots of rotations, they managed to pull it out. Any closing thoughts?
No, I feel like that went exactly as expected, aside from the Ogre win. I mean, that's a little surprising. But, you know, the team that had the late game was able to hold on with what anti-push they had. The Anti-Mage farmed and brought the late game. You'll notice the Anti-Mage didn't even die that match. He kept rotating. He constantly was avoiding fights until he was 5-slotted with an Aegis.
Yeah, no, he did a very good job. Souls of Victory certainly deserved that one. Impressive gameplay for them. Joining me today was Looking East Dota. You can follow him on Twitter at Looking East Dota. Thanks for helping me out with this final game, as I was starting to struggle. Was getting a little sore in Game 6, but thanks for helping me out. I'm